All right, you're going to have the big game against the big guys, what, September 4th?
Correct.
Okay, tell us about that.
This is our annual match against the Greenfield Stars. This is initially what Jody had set the Wyandotte Stars up to do, is play this one match a year. And since she did that, we've kind of formed a nice little rivalry because they're right there in Dearborn. And a few of their gentlemen came out prior to that first match and kind of helped us get started. You know, gave us the ground rules and stuff like that too.
I mean, you guys were agreeing with it, right?
No, yeah, none of us. I mean, actually, we had 10 gentlemen initially signed up to play, and at the very first practice, which was the night before, yeah, we didn't have much practice time. One of the gentlemen actually broke his hand.
Oh, really?
Yes, and so it was. We were
9
running
against 9.
Well, they actually had more.
Really?
Yeah, I believe that match they had about 14 or 15 gentlemen that showed up. We had 9, and we actually fared fairly well against them. I believe we only lost by 5. So,
okay.
Yeah, under the circumstances, we felt very comfortable. And actually, they were in fear, and they won't admit it, but they were. They were afraid that we were actually going to beat them that day. The new club, here's the, infamous Lottie Daz from Greenfield Village, so.
Just like the Harlem Globetrotters. They didn't like being beat.
No.
Oh, they'd always manage to find one way of pretending that they actually won. I remember that one game with Southgate, but that's another story. Who did you play for before all this came about?
Softball. Just softball.
Just softball?
Yep.
Yeah?
I enjoy this more, though.
You do?
It's more of a challenge without gloves on.
Yeah, it would be. Yeah. Well, it's like little kids. Kids only have gloves. They catch usually with their hands. If you get a kid that likes ball, right?
Well, even the routine plays that you take for granted that are just simple pop-ups or a basic ground ball. When you're playing with your bare hands, it turns into an adventure sometimes.
Okay, do you cup it or?
Well,
you
yeah,
see so many guys
guys
in the outfield with gloves. They have their own version of it. I mean, backwards, upside.
We all
Crazy.
we all have our own version of how to catch it.
Even with it, just the hands.
Yes, everybody catches it different. Some use, like a cupping method against the shield. Some use the shield. Let the ball hit them in the chest first, and then they absorb it that way and catch it.
What's he laughing about?
It seems way too painful to do like that. Honestly, I always try to catch it in front of
You just catch it in
and
front.
Yeah, you learn to absorb it as it hits your palm. You kind of draw it in. Yeah. So I mean, everybody develops their own way of dealing with it.
Hey, we were talking about the game though. What time? And it's at the Memorial Field.
Correct. This year our match is at Memorial, which is off of Pennsylvania. For those that aren't familiar with Memorial Field, match starts at 2:00, same as it would at Pulaski. And actually, Memorial is now our home field. That's what we're claiming as ours.
Okay.
We've been able to kind of set it up accordingly. And it's a nice backdrop. We actually have a period correct flag.
Oh, really?
Yes. 36 times.
I believe 36 because the 4th of July in 1867 there's a state added.
It went to 37. So we actually stayed with the 36-star flag. So we fly that during our matches. Okay. And so, yeah, we invite everybody to come out, even during a regular season. We're looking for all the fan support that we can get. Crank support, actually.
Crank support. We have, okay, all right. You have how many more matches now before September 4th?
We have one more this weekend coming up. This one's in Southfield, actually. It's a kind of like a scrimmage. The Southfield, they're doing their own little heritage festival.
That's right.
And they invited a couple clubs to come out and do an exhibition match, and and kind of hopefully pique some interest in Southfield to get a club started there.
Okay, so they're gonna. You guys are busy there then. How many are on your team right now?
Right now, we're running a roster of about 20 guys.
20?
That's just because of a lot of families go on vacation, so it's nice to have extra guys that to call off the bench, if you want to say.
Okay, and do you guys have any questions? Any questions?
We still play a standard 9. One thing that you'll see that is different, the last striking club, even though they are, maybe they're winning at that point in time at the top of the ninth when it goes to the bottom, they are still allowed to strike. The match is not over at that point in time. It's normally discussed between the captains, are we going to play out the bottom of the ninth, whether you're winning or losing? The majority of the time, the clubs will, let's not play, depending on weather, or if it's too hot, or, depending on how bad the matches are lopsided. So
also, just because you're the home team does not mean that you will bat last.
Correct.
Oh, really?
During the game. There's a couple different ways that it's determined. They would either leave it to a coin toss, which is how the method that we use. And other clubs sometimes use the bat toss method, which a lot of people will remember from their childhood. And whoever wins that gets to decide if they want to field first or if they want to bat first.
Okay, almost like football.
Kind of.
Toss and
Similar.
you
Yes.
determine.
Very similar.
Yeah, you determine which way you're going to go with it. We also, a gentleman asked about umpires. We have one gentleman that we're looking for a full-time umpire.
Really?
There's no pay involved. It's all volunteer. So, and they do not call balls and strikes. Basically, they're there for the fair and foul rule. If it's a foul ball, they announce foul ball. If it's a fair ball, they don't say anything. So actually, an umpire back then had a very easy job.
Okay, so actually there are no strikes.
Correct.
Correct. Now you can swing 3 times,
Yeah.
and then you're out. But it's not a call.
Not a call.
No, they don't stand behind and.
Oh gosh, you could be out there forever.
Well, the umpire at that point in time will warn
Okay.
the hurler, and then they'll also warn the striker if they feel that the striker's not swinging at something that can be hit, ball, they'll announce it one way or another, whether it's ball to the bat, which that's a warning to the hurler, or strike fairly is for the striker. So.
Okay. All right. Anything else? Anything else? Any more questions? No.
One thing I'd like to bring up is the fact that sometimes if the umpire can't decide if the runner was safe or out, they'll actually ask the players.
Really?
And it's on the players' honesty to say whether they were.
It's a gentleman's game.
Yes.
Gentleman's
Supposed to
game.
be.
Yes.
And that's a lot different than anything you'd ever be used
And
to.
the unique thing is, if the players can't agree,
Yeah.
then they will actually ask the cranks. Cranks
Really?
on your, basically on your honor. Do you feel he was either safe or out? And then the cranks will actually make the final decision if they were addressed properly.
Okay. Question: are there actually 3 outs in a game? I mean, in an inning?
Yes.
Okay, so that's not different.
Nope, that's the same.
But you can bet as long as you want.
And it was a completely offensive game back in the 1860s. It's up to the pitcher to, as you said, hurl fairly. The striker only has to swing at balls that he thinks he's able to hit, and it's up to the pitcher to basically lay the ball in there for him
It's
to
like a
hit.
practice then.
It feels that way sometimes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Hey, thanks, guys. Our time is up. I appreciate you coming on.
Well, thank you for having
I
us.
hope
This
you
has been
have
a blast.
big crank.
I hope we have a lot of cranks out there too rooting us on.
Okay.
Not necessarily the Lottie Dots.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
And thanks for watching. We'll see you next time on Up, Down, and Around Town. Bye-bye now.